is a video about how we fix Call of Duty. Right, so first off, I got this idea from somebody else. I watched a DPJ video where he made the same point I'm about to make, and I so agree that I wanted to do a video talking about the same subject. Don't worry, I did ask for his permission. I think it's terribly bad form not to do so. Superpook also briefly mentioned this in a podcast I did with her, so shout out to her. DPJ's channel link will be in the description below. I highly suggest you check him and the video out. Okay, so what's the one simple change that could help COD recover from its current slump? What used to be my happy place has now turned into a rescue home for those unfortunate souls who never quite got over the game of hide and seek they played when they were kids. So much so that I very rarely play COD anymore, and I even have more hours clocked up in Battlefield 4 on Xbox One than I do Ghosts on 360 and Next Gen combined. That really is a fucking shocker, by the way. I was such a COD fanboy. The point that DBJ made was that way back when, people couldn't easily compare their stats. In Modern Warfare 2, you couldn't see anyone else's, for example. And that not being able to measure your E-penis not only for length but for girth as well made the game more enjoyable. People didn't care about their fake computer-generated character's ego. But there's loads of stats that are fun, right? Everyone likes looking at their stats and keeping track, like a train spotter jotting down in his semen-stained notebook, and when he finally gets that Southern Rail Coach ER234XC engine he's been missing. Yes, stats are fun, but there's one stat above all else that I feel contributes to the state of the game, and that's KD. Now, I'll give full disclosure here. I was a KD whore, and I did care about it. At the start of every game, I check people's KD, and I'm sure they do the same to me. This mindset has to go. We just shouldn't be able to see it. KD should not be the be-all and end-all. That leads to people like Wing still thinking that they're very good at the game. I'm not trying to take a cheap shot at all, but without that yardstick to legitimise that tactical way of playing, I think people would do it less. The best way to do stats is like Battlefield does it. You can check your KD, but then you have to log onto a website and there's loads of motherfuckery to do it. And who would want to waste time doing that when you could be C4 dirt biking tank whores? You see what I mean? People are so busy playing Battlefield 4 to give a fuck about how good they are. The only person I've ever played against who played like a total jizz biscuit in Battlefield replied to my message with, "I'm working on my 4KD while you're going 1-on-1 with a bolt action, shit kid." This guy was using support on a roof in Dom, not capping any flags and XM25ing spawns. That's what caring about KD does to you. In closing, I'll just say this. I now think KD should be removed entirely from COD. I think the other stats like win-loss, caps and score per minute are fine, but that one stat in particular is the cancer that kills our fun. Someone's going to have to do something drastic. If it carries on like this, no one's going to keep playing.